AB on the screen.
Say hi, Dewayne.
Hi, Atlas. Alright, I'm pulling up the notes now. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the TV off with
Oh no! Top 5 hero team. Okay. Now is this, are we supposed to, is this for like actual fighting?
Do what?
Is this like actual fighting or our favorites?
Actual fighting?
Yeah, like the top 5 for the superhero team? We have to throw them together. Or just like our favorites?
I went back and forth. Let's do, because I know that makes a big difference.
It does, yeah.
Oh, you mean like fighting each other?
We'll just have like the most effective team or whatever.
Yeah, whatever team. What team? So all the baddies in the world come together. Or 5 baddies. Who would you pick to fight? You see yourself up there, buddy?
On the interwebs.
Hey, do your noise. Come on, man. Don't embarrass me for my friend. Go. Do it.
Do it. Appease me, child.
Do this.
He says no, dude. No, I don't want it. Nothing
do this
about
face.
that seems appealing.
Do this face. Watch this face.
He's trying to tell you that he's not your monkey.
Yes, you are. Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance. Got a shower now. She's this little animal to go to bed.
Alright. Alright, let's see. Cool. Okay, yeah, to answer your question, I can play the music. I just have to pull it up.
Hey, go get mommy. Go get mommy.
Alright, hey, alright, so... Oh no, that's great podcast material. I was gonna tell you something, but it's great podcast material.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, let's go get Daddy's headphones. Come on. Come on. Let's go get Daddy's headphones. I'll get your blanket. I'll get your blanket. Here you go. Go get your passy. Get your passy for mama. Hey, take your mama.
Hey, sweetheart, could you bring me my phone, please? Would that be a possibility? No, just the phone. I need it for Snapchat. Thank you so much. What did you do to that poor baby? If you're not watching, you should be watching live on tinyurl.com. Oh no, I fucked it up! I'm gonna add it to my story anyways.
What'd you do? Oh.
If you're not watching, you should be watching now on the tinyurl.com/tpaz. Look, there's Devan!
Ew.
Isn't it tiny.url?
That's what I said.
You said tinyurl.com.
Yeah, it's tinyurl.com/tpaz.
I thought it was tiny.url.
No, tinyurl.com/tpaz.
We hope.
No, it is. I'm correct. It's not loud at all.
I feel my son is going to try to escape from our room.
He's gonna crash the podcast. Is that what he's gonna do?
You may hear him, yeah.
That's alright, man. Like kids, man. That's part of our.
It's kids. And I haven't been home in like 3 days again or 4 days again. So.
Oh, and now you're just back, and then you're gonna do the podcast. That's commitment, brother. Oh wait, you just wanted the music, right? Oh shit. Alright, that's actually somewhere else. Where did I put that stuff?
I think it's all in the folder, right?
That's what happens when you go to that.
Yeah, you have to click the videos button.
That's annoying.
I'm so sorry. One of these days, I'll get my shit together and work on the podcast material. One of these days. What did I do with that sound?
Pull my junk up right now.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, we're gonna try
What
this
did I
new
do
intro
with
and see
this
how it
stuff?
works.
Oh, here it is. Shelby's music. Which one was it? Oh, I think it's just this one. Yeah! Taking my little cousin's music and using it for my own personal gain. Now, to be fair, I produced it in the sense that I allowed her to use my shit and I edited it.
So technically, you own it. And it's
I
not
mean-
famous, so it doesn't matter. She doesn't have like any rights.
Mhm.
I don't know how that stuff works, anyways. Like, I don't know if it's.
To copyright something, you have to A, copyright it, or B, have to have posted it under your own stuff. That way you have legal copyright, but you only to have automatic copyright stripping, you have to be part of the copyright check thing that's on YouTube. It's not that fancy, if you will.
Well, then it's our song.
It's our song.
So I accidentally posted this link up in Rally Point.
You were talking about, you said that you put it in the military thing.
Yeah, so it put up the PastorAndAtheistShow.com instead of the link from the Pastor and Atheist Show that I wanted to, and I couldn't get it to delete. And so I'm like, crap. It's just I didn't want people to go to the site. It just seems like there's no point. I didn't put up any purpose for it. It's I just put that up and I didn't say, hey, check this out, or what do you think, or critique. But immediately people started critiquing, and so that stuff. There was two people. The first guy was very helpful, and he actually had some stuff like, hey, check this out, you should try this, which it's things we've talked about, we just haven't done.
Yeah.
Because we're not at the point where we're like.
Is that the one you screenshotted and sent to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I have qualms with what he said.
Yeah, there's and he sent more, but then there's another jerk. It's like, I'll listen for 30 minutes and I'll never be able to get that time back again.
Oh, that's funny.
But he didn't I'm like, okay, so you don't care.
I want his name so I can bash him on the podcast repeatedly.
I
can't have this 30 minutes back because I'm Joe Blow from the Army. Sorry, buddy, there's 4 years you're not getting back. Alright? Yay, hole.
But everybody, it's just, it's basically a Facebook for military people.
Yeah.
And so they probably ran out of places to complain and be angry on Facebook. So they're, hey, Rally Point, let's do it here.
Yeah, it is what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Oh my gosh.
I have not looked to see if we've had any iTunes comments recently.
We don't. I have. We do not.
Oh, alright.
Okay.
It is what it is. Alright, let's see. Podcast, dashboard.
Well done.
We did get a healthy spike off of your troll post.
Live stream.
Did you see that? Your troll
A what?
post? Your troll
No.
post actually got us a healthy spike in traffic.
I did not know.
I'm not surprised.
Dude, well, I think I've had 2,000 plus views on Rally Point.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
So that's good. I did not realize. Yeah, but that's funny. I didn't realize that I had done that for the site. Maybe I should just do more troll posts in the future.
There's a thing for that. Alright,
Yeah, but it doesn't lead people to our site. That way I can just put up
bullshit.
whatever.
Put up your
Yeah.
bullshit. I don't
And if
know
it wasn't very good, I did that thing 5 minutes, so I'm like, whatever.
Oh
But
no, I put in this YouTube thing and it normally works. It didn't work this time. We're gonna be running a minute behind schedule because I can't get my shit together.
what will we do?
Copy. Paste. No! Let me explain to you that on a Mac, Control-C does not work.
Oh yeah.
I have to
Some
use
weird
Command
buttons.
V. Oh, God. It's not even. My anger.
The rage.
I'm getting Snapchatted right now. Sometimes it is your fault. Videos. Sure would be nice to have 100 subscribers so we could just send people straight to YouTube.
I know. Someday.
Somebody
We're gonna have to
once
step up
told
our
me
game though. We're gonna have
the
to do.
world was gonna roll me because I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
But you do admit you are a tool.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright. Can you please grab it real quick? It's in the bottom drawer. Oh, she's got her headphones on. She can't hear me.
Good. Dang. So two of us are in the. Wait, are you running the Pastor Atheist or is she running Pastor Atheist?
I'm running Pastor Atheist.
Word.
Alright, you ready to do your intro? I'll start
Let's
the
do
music
it, man.
whenever you're ready. Hold on, let's see. I've got buttons I've got to press. Nope, that's not it. I'm assuming if you can hear the music start.
Hey everyone, you're listening to the Pastor and Atheist Show, a podcast where two friends on opposite ends of the spiritual spectrum debate topics from the Bible to society and news in a funny way. This is episode 22. Is social media a gift or a curse? I'm the Pastor Devan, and this is my co-host.
I'm Dewayne, the atheist.
Boo.
Oh, oh, that's not nice.
And we'll jump straight into Weeklies that we have going on for the week. This is where we discuss briefly what's going on in our own lives because we're humans too. And things don't go always as we plan. And so we like to sort of touch on that. That's for anybody who's listened and don't understand why we do that in the beginning. Also, Dewayne and I are pretty busy throughout the week. And we don't always get to touch base. And so this is, in a way for us to catch up with one another also.
Yeah, our own selfishness.
Yeah, so this week for me, keeping it really short, I went to Chicago. I've been traveling so much for work, and summertime is really when things hit hard for us as we have soldiers going to several different states, even countries, Germany and Japan, to do some training. And so we have, as a training NCO, have a lot going on with that.
I like that you mentioned both of the major Axie powers, like Germany, Japan. Like we won't let that happen again. We send people there all the time. Yeah,
but no Russia. Russia, I don't know, like Ukraine's the closest they get. It's the Chicago training meeting where we do our big planning each year, so I was there doing that, which a lot of great information concerning my job, especially since I'm new there. That was good. Second thing, I taught Atlas a wrestling move today. Not really a wrestling move, but like when I wrestle with him, he laughs hysterically, but I taught him this move today. So what he basically does is he really just folds his arms in front of his chest and then falls forward onto me. Like, to him, that's like...
what is that? Somebody did a move like that, right?
I don't know. I hope so. If anyone can find that, I'd love to, like...
I feel like I've seen something where they do something weird like that and it, pops them on the shoulder. I don't know why that seems familiar. I used to watch that, the male form of soap operas, which was wrestling, as a kid. And so, one that I still love is the People's Elbow from
Dude,
The
that's
Rock.
what I was doing. That's what I was doing
The
to him. He
People's
loves
Elbow.
it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Enough.
Yeah, you gotta throw the band.
You get him off, and then hit both sides of the ring.
Yep, that's
come
right.
back,
And then
that
drop
leg
the
out.
elbow. Yep. That's
So
good.
that's pretty much the extent of my week.
Well, yeah, man. That's good. The traveling's gotta suck though. That's gotta add up, right?
It's very fatiguing.
And it's not as everybody always thinks the traveling's gonna be like the bee's knees, and it can get old if you're doing it all the time. That's for sure.
Well, I was in Tampa, and that was the bee's knees last week on the show. But Chicago it's so.
Yeah. Nobody likes Chi-Town that much. Not even people in Chi-Town.
No, they had
Alienate a whole city.
They had National Ride Your Bike Naked Day or something.
Excuse me?
Yeah, apparently yesterday. I don't know if it was just in Chi-Town or if it was everywhere, but
I think it would be my goal to Snapchat as many random streakers as possible.
It's either going to be a really good day or a really bad day.
Just from the front and just watch them as they go around and then get the back too. Just like, yep, this is going on the internet.
This is what Snapchat was made for.
They're in public domain, so you're actually 100% free to do that. It's the rules.
Yeah,
nice, man. My week was pretty good. So we went to a birthday party yesterday, and the kids, Voldemort and I, and it was like a water balloon / water gun birthday party. And the funniest part of that is that James, who is 3, she's super tiny, and she was at, like, we were doing the water balloon things. We had 2 buckets, so we were like having water balloon like firing lines essentially.
Yeah.
And she was like just picking them up and throwing them onto the ground and busting them right. I was like, no, take them and run over there and throw it. And so then this tiny little thing, if you've ever played Halo, my little daughter picks up 2 water balloons and like waddles over there, and all I could think was, grunt with sticky grenades! And she runs over and just like, ugh, and throws them. It's so funny. I have a video of it. I'll send it to you after the podcast. It's freaking hysterical. And if it's got a good enough shot, I'll put it on Instagram and stuff.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you were gonna? Is that what said you were? Was the goal that you tell me on the podcast?
The what?
You said, I got some good stuff, but I'm going to tell you on air.
Oh, no. Oh, crap. What was that? Oh, no. I just saw.
It must have not been that good.
No, I guess it wasn't. If I remember, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Oh. I remember. The fucking Babadook, bro.
The what?
The movie The Babadook. Okay? Do you like scary movies?
Oh,
Does your wife like scary movies?
No, she hates them. She
okay,
loves them.
then neither of you watched this, but everybody else watched this and then drank heavily afterwards.
Is it that creepy?
Alright, so the movie, I don't know, I couldn't finish it, and here's why. I love scary movies.
Tell me you couldn't finish it because it was scary. Tell me like you couldn't finish it because...
I couldn't finish it because the mother in the movie treats her son like shit the entire time. So much to the point I couldn't take it, man. Like, she was giving her kid sleeping pills, and the kid was like, Mommy, I'm sick and I don't feel good. I'm gonna go back to sleep. And she like yells at him, and it's like, you need to stay awake or the sleeping pills won't work again. And I'm like, oh my god, like, just how bad she was treating him, I had to like nope out. But that sucked because the scary thing is like this Babadook creature that like a book just shows up, and they read the book, and the Babadook's like, I'm gonna get you. And then she like shreds the book, and the book shows back up, and the book is different now. Ooh. And then like it calls, and it's like, Babadook. And then like she's like in the bed, and the door opens, and she like sees like a you know how you can do like stutter frames? I'm getting chills actually talking about it.
Yeah.
She like stutters out, and like she can barely see it, and so this grown ass woman with her son tranquilized next to her covers her head, and under the head she hears Babadook, and I'm like, oh fuck. So if you like scary movies and don't mind seeing child abuse, this is the movie for you.
That's yeah. We'll be watching that. I can guarantee
I know,
that.
I know, dude. I couldn't finish it. But I had to tell you about it.
Oh gosh.
The other thing I've got going on is next Saturday my buddy gets married, and I'm actually in the bridal party, so that'll be fun. So tomorrow I'm going to a place called the Boardroom, which like I guess they like give you beer and like shave you and cut your hair and stuff like that.
That's
so
cool.
yeah, and it's not too expensive. And then Wednesday I've got to go to the dentist. I've got a tooth, man. It's bothering me.
Dude, I got one too. I started rubbing my gum, and where my gum meets my tooth, and yeah, bad things. It's super sensitive. It's not good.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. My tooth's been hurting for like a week, and I was finally like, ugh, I gotta go, man. Well, I say that I was actually gonna tough it out more, and Voldemort was like, we're taking you to the dentist. Let's go.
She's right. She's 100% correct.
Yeah, man. I'll tough it out, but oof, it was bad. Yeah, so in recap, man, dentists suck, and if you hate life, watch The Babadook.
And teach your son wrestling moves.
That's true.
So I guess next we'll jump into our top 5 for the week is top 5 that you would pick for your superhero team. Now this isn't like because we debated on like what does this mean, like your top 5? Does it mean like just top 5 your favorite, or like top 5 like you would put together to fight other people? So I think I would say top 5 to fight other people because typically that'd be your favorite. Like you want the most BA superheroes, I guess.
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't know who you put, and I don't want to look either because I want to.
Because my team is better, but that's okay.
I doubt it. I picked Flash, of course. He's my dude. Like Flash is my dude. Superman. Why not?
What
Superman
a filler. What a stock. You're like, oh, just ace of spades.
Black Panther. Black Panther has been I didn't know much about him, but he's been my favorite ever since I've seen Civil War. He's an awesome character.
Oh, if you don't know much about him, you've gotta like read some of the comics or watch some of the cartoon series. Like, he's a really awesome character.
Well, apparently his suit was made by Superman, like in the sun. Like he forged it out of the sun, which is freaking awesome.
It depends on which version you're talking about.
I don't know, man. The one version.
And especially Black Panther doesn't really work since Superman's not in the same like DC or Marvel.
Superheroes, bro. Superheroes.
No. I mean, in the sense, how can Superman make Black Panther's suit?
I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong, but I was pretty sure it said Superman.
I'm pretty sure you did, since they're in two totally different companies.
Well, who else can go to the frickin' sun and do that? I'm sure
not
a lot
Superman.
of them can. Superman can. He could do it. Maybe he's
not
like,
in the Marvel
"Hey guys,
universe.
look,
He can't.
I'm breaking walls down here.
Yeah, I'm
to
breaking the fourth wall, Deadpool style.
He's like, there's this whole like racial thing going on, and I'm over it. So let me start by building you a suit. Like, is that? I think maybe it was Iron Man that did that. But why would he go to the frickin'? I don't know. I'll have to look it up again. It was something I saw on Instagram.
Yeah, you Google that. You do some double checking on that Googling.
Well, it was a guy who puts up these posts, like these facts, like superhero facts, and so I don't ever fact checked him. I just
So he trolled you.
He probably does. It's good though. I mean, he's good at it. He's good at trolling. Let's see. I had Flash, Superman, Black Panther, Green Lantern, just because, dude, anything you like a good Green Lantern, not a crappy Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. And I know that was not his fault. He's a great actor. Just Deadpool was what he was meant for. But Green Lantern can do anything he wants with his mind. Make anything he wants. And then Cyborg.
He's got the power of will, which is pretty sweet.
And Cyborg. When I thought of Cyborg, I thought of you because like Cyborg is connected to every computer like in the world. And so I was like, yeah, that'd be like Dwayne. If Dwayne
that
was
would totally be my luck. Yep.
Yeah, so that's my top 5: Flash, Superman, Black Panther, Green Lantern, and Cyborg.
I love that you dance between the two, like DC and Marvel.
Okay, I lied. I looked at your list just now, and I was gonna put Hulk in there, and I was like, yeah, but they spend most of the time, like in the comics, like trying to freaking calm him down. I don't know,
but he's like unbeatable.
Well, like now that you have him in there, yes, I understand your team is unbeatable by me.
So I've got Iron Man because I mean Tony Stark's legit, and Iron Man. I love Iron Man just technology wise. Like between Cyborg and Iron Man, I want to choose Iron Man because I don't want to be half robot, but I want to be in a flying machine. So I'm down with that. Hulk because man, Hulk's fucking hilarious actually. And he's ridiculous. Like, I love in the movies, especially when he just like bitch slaps Thor. When they're like, Thor's like, yeah, and Thor's like, dunk, yeah, like fuck you. Spiderman because Spider-Man's like legit. He's strong and he's like Iron Man. He's smart too. You got two smart people. Doctor Strange because like he's literally one of the strongest magicians in the Marvel universe.
Why didn't you pick Penn and Teller? You should have took the duo, Penn and Teller.
Yeah, but that would have counted for two people, and that's going to take up 2 slots. Can't have that.
You're a package deal.
Oh, are they? So if I picked up, what is it? What are the 2 Superman bat knockoffs? What are they? Superman Blue and Red, or whatever they're called?
I don't even know.
And then Captain America, because you got to have somebody leading the team, man. Though I could see Iron Man and Captain America fighting over that, and I just thought about that now, but...
Your team kills itself from within, and the Hulk's
I still think the Hulk would be fine. He would take on all 5 of yours at once without a problem. So there's that.
I don't know. I think Superman still just throw him into space and call it a day. Throw him into the sun, call it a day.
Yeah, but Superman would never murder anybody, so that's what your fault is. Where Hulk would easily kill somebody.
I think Superman would make an exception. We had a chit chat about it once, and he's like, "Look, man, if it comes down to it, I think like." I'm gonna do it because it's the right thing to do.
In the comics, in most comics, Superman refuses to kill, but that's all right. We'll
does
take your
Batman.
word for it.
Here's-
Since you think Superman and Black Panther are in the same realm, you clearly know more about this than me.
Listen, I said pick heroes. I didn't say has be DC.
No, I'm
do
still
Marvel.
referring to Superman making Black Panther suit.
Well, in one dimension, he does.
Who made Black Panther's suit? Let's see. Civil
I think it
War.
was Tony Stark, probably.
No, it's not Tony Stark. At least the movies don't.
I don't know who the heck. I cannot remember for the life of me who they said makes it.
I don't know. This is actually telling me designers. I don't really want to know the designer. I'm pretty sure, like, they... Oh, here we go. It was created by... Oh, no, don't lie to me. Created... Vibranium... Okay. A Dutch scientist named Ulysses Claus found his way into Wakanda, created a vibranium sound-based weapon, and used to... Oh, hold on.
That's T'Challa, right?
Yeah. It doesn't really say. Whoa, God, the first version of Black Panther. Hold on, let me. Oh, you don't really. Do you have the stream open?
Yes.
Let me let me just show you something here.
Gen 1.
That didn't work the way I thought it would. Hold on.
I can forget. If somebody knows who it is, let us know. Like, while we're digging around.
There you go.
When you Google it, it says who made the Black Panther party.
There you go. Black Panther. That's the one of the originals. Oh my God, dude. The old Superman, old superhero stuff. Like, it's not even. Oh, it hasn't showed up on the stream.
Yeah,
there it is. Oh.
Nope, I'm still not seeing it. Not seeing it.
You give it a second. It'll show up. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
Anyways, those are my 5. I still think I'd win. I'm sure people
You'd be
people
wrong.
could argue for decades. Like,
In
the
fact,
moralities
I
of,
feel like the nerds who listen should argue. Send us emails on why I'm right.
and curse a lot at Dewayne.
I feel like you should actually craft a clever narrative. Like, write a short story.
Yes.
And we'll send you wristbands, for sure.
Involving those. Yeah, it can be short, it can be long. It can be like.
It could be long. It could be a novel. And then when you write a novel, we'll back you 100%.
It could be a trilogy.
We'll give to your Kickstarter. Where was it made? On the PastorandAtheistShow.com.
We'll give it. Here's $1 a week. Do what you can with it.
Yeah. Right?
Gosh. Man, I just want to know who made his costume.
I don't know. That's not something
looks
for now.
like Target makes it right now for $25 for small children.
That's true.
eBay makes it for $186 for grown men. So eBay, there's your answer. It wasn't anybody, it was eBay.
It was eBay. That's the answer for everything.
So do you want to jump into the main topic?
Yeah, go right ahead.
No, I didn't have a particular way to go with this because I figured it could go a million different ways. And if anyone's listening, feel free to jump in. There's only one person listening. I don't know who that is. It's probably Voldemort, I would say.
No.
No?
No.
No, definitely not.
I can see from here it's not Voldemort.
So the topic this week is social media, gift or curse. Now, when I say social media, I mean just about all forms of it in terms of the popular Instagram, Snapchat, the Facebooks, Twitter even. Twitter's pretty popular, I'd say.
Twitter.
More the Twitter. And I don't know how I'd rank them. I guess I'd say the Instagram and Snapchat are probably most popular just because that's what a majority of kids are using. And
Yeah,
I'd say that a majority
Snapchat's easily the most popular right now.
yeah, and then older generation, my generation, and a little bit and older people who don't know how to use technology are utilizing the Facebook. And then I'd say like college age is the more Twitter. But I may be wrong. But that's what I'm seeing with like people I'm friends with and stuff is on there. But is it a gift or is it a curse? And so I guess the question I would have is what makes it one or the other? I don't know where you stand on it, but I was talking to somebody recently who had obviously like been burned by it in terms of a relationship. And this is an older couple.
Yeah.
That was on it. She's married to him. And I think we kind of hit on this last week. just a little bit, and this you were talking in terms of your side of the table, and I think this goes well with this. But this couple, the husband had found an old flame on Facebook, as you hear about a lot, and eventually he pursued it, went after it, and all because he was presented with it in this thing. Now you could argue, well, like guns don't kill people, people kill people in the same way. Like Facebook didn't make him cheat. He sought it, but it's like, well, is Facebook often the segue, like to help people get there? Is it the gateway screw up, or is it great? I mean, it's a tool that I see that we use at times to push our broadcast or broadcast a specific podcast episode that we got coming out. So what is it? Is it a gift or is it a curse?
I mean, I think with everything, like, comes a little. It really comes down to responsibility, man. Like, it really does. All technologies have caused gifts and problems. Like, I mean, at least for our days, there was AOL chat rooms.
Oh gosh, ASL.
ASL question mark. So what's really concerning to me that's sort of happening a lot lately is the social media bullying that tends to lead to like suicides. The problem is there's not enough education with social media and the internet. So like real life examples, there are people in my life that I know that do not monitor their kids' internet usage. And I'm talking like under 10. That's insane to me. Like, I know what's on the internet, man. Like, and the idea that you have like a sub 10-year-old not being monitored on the internet, like, get out of here. Like, especially when they're like, oh no, they know what videos to watch on YouTube. Like, excuse me? You're a couple like keywords away from watching porn on YouTube. That's just kind of how it works. So I don't even know where to start. Oh no. No. So I don't know where to start with that because so we're totally using Snapchat on each other's live stream. So if you're not following our Snapchat, you should. So I don't know, man. The idea that people aren't monitoring their kids' intake on the internet is beyond me because of how dangerous the internet can be. Like, there's a whole web series around what is it? God dang it! What's the guy who's like waits for predators?
Oh, Chris
Hemsworth. Not Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Thor, who's like, I wait for thee.
That's Guardians. Like, oh my god, what is it? Chris. It was Chris something, but he's like.
It's Chris Hansen. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Chris.
Hansen.
Did he sing Mbop? It's Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen.
I said one of those.
So he like, there's a whole thing about him like, hey, you just want to sit down for a minute? Like, what are you doing? Why are you bringing wine?
Washing clothes.
Yeah, like, I'm just driving for an hour and I brought some wine. It's for me though.
Who doesn't?
Like, I mean, it's so messed up. So, but the cool thing is, on the opposite side of this, social media can be a gift. I mean, as much as you think, like, is Justin Bieber a gift to the world? I would say no, but YouTube allowed him to become a star.
That's true. So then personally, for his own life, and I guess for the millions of fans who think he's good. I mean, and he's got some good stuff, but yeah, so it helped him in that particular scenario. I think it helps us to laugh at people all of the time when they put up stupid things on YouTube.
Or Vine, or Vimeo, or Snapchat, or whatever the newest iteration of it is. And the fucked up part is, it's not going to be Snapchat forever. It wasn't Instagram forever. It's not Facebook forever, and it's not Twitter forever. It'll be something new. It's not. When we were kids, it was what, MySpace.
MySpace.
Oh
I
my
tried
gosh.
finding mine. Have you tried finding yours?
No, and I'm not sure that I want to, but let me try now on live on podcast.
Well, I know that I had Breaking Benjamin for sure as my background music. I can tell you that much.
Okay, I don't feel like Aceball212 was my MySpace. But when I
Well,
say
and then
MySpace,
if we're talking about, so as far as personally, I think the reason why I even thought about this,
bless you.
it was today. It wasn't when I thought of this topic, which was a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was today, and I'm thinking, man, like I spend so much time on Facebook and Instagram. Like when I post something, like I'm always checking back, like, did people see it? Like, did people like it? And if they're not liking it,
Yeah,
I'm
you're just
why
like,
not?
oh, how many likes did I get, or how many
Yeah,
people
and
are
I'm like,
looking at
I'm
it?
a grown man, and I should not care about that. Like, that
Yeah.
should not be something.
I don't care about your love, internet.
Well, and you know, I think one thing that's sort of pushing that is, like, especially when I put up stuff about the show, like the podcast, and I want to see, like, you know, who's watching, who's paying attention. Do we have new fans potentially? Is there someone I need to send armbands, like that kind of thing? But it's carried over into just my own personal social medias.
There
Everything.
is a, who did it? I want to say, oh, it was oh my god, what is that podcast called? It's not Reply All. It's A Day in the Life. What is it? A Day in the Life? Is it A Day in the Life or A Day in the Life? There's a podcast that does fucking A, that's not it. There's a podcast, and I'm gonna look it up here in just a second, that talks about that. They have a whole podcast about social media and its power, and one of the things they talk about is they bring in 2 13-year-old girls to talk about Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that. And so these girls talk about it like it being like a thing where you go and you like you make a Instagram post, and you make sure you do it just right with the right filters and the right hashtags and stuff like that. And one of the things they talk about is like, then there's like this commenting thing. So like when you comment, you have to do like beautiful or fabulous, and like some girls will take it a step further and do hate you, wish I had your bod, and stuff like that. And the hate you is like a good thing. And like, so these 2 girls talk about it, and what, God, for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called, but I listened to it, and dude, I swear I wanted to cry, because like I have a daughter, and one day she's gonna be subjected to that bullshit. She's gonna be the one dealing with that.
I wish if you can find that, and then even after the show, you don't have to be right now, but put that in the notes.
Alright, so it's This American Life. I'm gonna find the...
Oh, This American Life. Yeah, I listened to that.
Yeah.
Is it The Life of an 8th Grader? I don't know.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna look through it right now while we're talking, because I can multitask.
Well, I started thinking today while you're doing that. So I spend so much time, and as a Christian man, I've lost a lot of my focus on spending time with God, whether that's, you know, getting in the Bible. I'm watching your freaking video right now. It's so delayed, but I don't know you're going crazy in it. But I'm not getting time with God, whether it's in prayer, which is my fault, you know, getting in the Word, which is my fault, studying and talking to other people like that are even in my sphere of influence.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been neglecting all that. And it's not the fault of Facebook, Instagram, those things, but I feel like I put more attention into those, put more time into those than what I think are my spiritual disciplines that I should be focusing on a little more. And I'm like, man, if I add up all the time in a day that I spend on those and looking at them, how much time can I refocus, not beyond even just like my spiritual disciplines, but like, I don't know, I mean, I want to go back to school. Like, how do I put it in there? Or working on like military school, stuff like that, stuff I could be doing instead of that. And we lose so much time, wasting time on that stuff. Like I said, there's a healthy medium. Dakota used to check hers like once a day, which is probably the best. Towards the end of the day, you don't let it like consume your day. But I would argue that most people do that. I doubt most people do that, especially if you have an app on your phone, and especially if you have notifications turned on.
Right, and so Man, I always think about what we should talk about on this podcast, and I think about when we have main topics, how I can relate that to being an atheist, and that's the weird thing. When I'm being an atheist, like, you always have to, like, getting closer to God or earning God's love, which I actually liked your status update today, and that you quoted, like, Paul or Peter or something like that, and not like a Bible person, but it was somebody else. You posted it this morning. Well, basically saying, like, getting back to the love of Christ, and it being that, like, Christ loves you, that, like, you don't have to get back to that because it's already there.
Right.
I actually really like that by default. That's a pretty cool quote. But I was thinking about that today when I read your quote. I was like, the weird thing is, I don't have anything like that. I don't have, like, some guiding, like, overarching thing to be following or doing. Like, I just have my own shit.
Yeah.
And so when I see things like the social media or like kids misusing social media, or adults misusing social media, or like when you go to get a new job and you have a picture of you and your three friends, like, trashed as your profile picture, like, that not being a good thing. Like, I have my own moral compass for that, so when I bring it to the show, I'm like, man, I really rely on Devan to bring up a point so I can shut it down, which is, like, a really negative way to view that.
Right, yeah, but that's a lot of how our show, like, almost has to thrive, in a sense. Sorry.
Yeah, because I don't have any... No, you're good. I don't have anything to, like, bring to the table in the sense that other than, like, Devan's got imaginary friends, and so here's another thing, and this is a little off topic. I found that I've started, and this is going to tie into social media. Don't let people don't judge people the way you think that you should be judged. And here's why. Because they're like, if I evaluated the way you thought about me from my point of view, it wouldn't matter. But if I evaluated you the way you thought of everybody else or yourself, it changes the game drastically.
You're going to break that down for me.
Alright. So last week, alright. So a friend of mine, who is very Christian, when my buddy first started seeing her, and I'm not going to use names because I know she listens and she'll remember the story, so sorry, love you, mean it. At some point, at the time I was dating a few different girls, non-exclusive, just dating a few different girls, trying on glass slippers, if you will. But at the time, like, for whatever reason, she was like, "You're pitting women against each other," and I was like, "No, they don't know about each other." And she's like, "That's worse." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, go on a date and be like, "Alright, so I'm dating 3 other girls. Here's their names. What do you have to offer?" That's totally pitting them. But
what will you have for dinner?
So the reason I say don't judge people by other standards is she, at some point, whether jokingly or not jokingly, had said, "I don't have a soul," because I was doing that, and I don't go to church. Now, to this day, I still bug her about it, because I don't actually give a shit, because I don't believe in souls in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe they exist.
It's just down there. It's deep, it's down, it's dark, it's dirty.
Again, that shows how you believe, right? Well, I was hurt at first because she believes in souls. So, like, I was hurt that she didn't think I had one. Like, it didn't bother me because I'm like, okay, I don't have this imaginary thing. But then I thought about it, I was like, actually, that's really important to her. So for her to say I don't have one, that was actually fairly hurtful. Yeah. And so that's what I say. Like, even on social media, like, when you see people bashing each other, like, think about it. Like if you ever said to me, like, God doesn't approve, like, I don't actually give a shit. But for you, that's pretty big because you worry about what God says or does. Or, like, that's you checking me out and going, like, hey, man, like I don't like that. Like, and I know for me, like, if God doesn't approve, it's real bad. And so, like, it's stuff like that I think about. Like, you gotta look from somebody else's point of view. And social media, okay. Oh, dude, I'm, like, fairly buzzed because I'm bouncing around. Alright. That being said, learn to look from other people's point of views. The other thing that I cannot stress enough about social media, because it happens all the fucking time. There's a condition for it that somebody coined. I don't know that it's official, about social media highlights, and basically, like, have you ever scrolled through somebody else's feed? Because I've done this and go, oh god, their life looks fucking amazing. Like they're always doing this or that.
Yeah,
or, you know.
yes, yep.
So there's something called social media highlights. You post the fucking highlights of your life on social media. It's not like you're like, had a fucking coffee. It was generic. That's alright. Woke up and drove. Like nobody does the monotonous shit. They're like on the beach working, or it's a beautiful day. Hashtag sunlight. Nobody like snaps or posts their boring shit. They always like post the most exciting, the most outlandish. And so what kids these days don't realize, like that's real. Like it's the highlights, man. So like people will be like,
people are having,
right. They never evaluate. Like you never know what people have going on in their life because all you see is the highlights. It's ridiculous, and it causes depression in kids because they're like, my life's not that great. But it can be. It absolutely can be. You can put a filter and a couple of hashtags and sit in a corner and take... Yep, absolutely.
You can be beautiful too. That should be Instagram's tagline. No, those are great points you have, and I didn't even think about that from... I think that's another reason why I hate it so much, is because like maybe I do want to keep up with some people. I think it's just a habit now at this point. Like there's a lot of people that I don't ever talk to on there. And everyone can say that. There's like very few people that you actually have spoken to in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I see so much negative stuff on there, and I think a lot of times like I get bummed out because like maybe there's something like it was a couple days ago. I was on Rally Point and I was on Facebook, and somebody had said something, and I was like, man, I should put this meme on there and just like stick it to them. And I'm like, well, why am I wasting my time trying to thinking that anything I say or do is going to change someone's mind? It's just going to start an uproar. It doesn't make me feel good about it. It doesn't change their mind. They're not going to change and it just is like this ugly turmoil that I have like in myself. And I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
Yeah,
it's just a gross feel, and I'm like, I don't want to. And like, I got to the point where I'm like, well, I'm not going to look at Facebook today because I don't want to feel like garbage. And that's what makes me like just despise it so much. And I hear a lot of people say that, yet we keep it, which I'm actually gonna get rid of mine.
All your Facebook?
All of them, yeah.
All your social media?
I'll get rid of all of it.
So you're gonna be well, you can't do all. You have to keep Snapchat because you can actually keep that private.
Yeah, I'll keep that one. I'll probably keep
you know what I'm
that
saying?
one
Like I get what you're saying. Like you don't want to be like enamored or engrossed in the social media.
Mm-hmm.
But Snapchat, like you got to keep that one because it's private. I think you can keep it private.
I'll keep that because it is funny. I like their filters.
It is funny. Yeah, especially if you do it right, you do it correctly. You can make cool little moments with people.
Yeah.
I used to be like a huge Snapchat hater. Like I used to hate on it so bad. I was like, that's where you put dick pics, yo. But now, like the more I think about it, I'm like, it's actually the more I've added people on Snapchat and just like I'll go up to people that I know. I'm like, whoa, do you have Snapchat? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, you gotta add me. Like, and I don't even like know these people that well, but I've gotten people like that I'm more friends of. We are now more friendly because of Snapchat. Like because that's a thing.
Yeah, and if you put it on your story, it's not like you can just everybody sees that and like, okay.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing. That's the gift side. If you use social media correctly, it can make you friends. Absolutely, 100%. If you use social media incorrectly, someone I know who tends to get with girls in a very quick way, in a very dramatic way, tends to have girlfriends for very short periods of time, but they're like very like love of my life, my rock, and like pictures and profile changes, and then like I saw that recently. And I was like, let me go check on the last girl, and gone, deleted, removed from that person's Facebook, and I'm like, that's so interesting.
I did that one time in my life. We
spoke
about it last week.
Were you like? So you like purged her from your Facebook?
The purge, yeah.
You gave her the purge
because I care about America.
That's the new thing. If you break up with somebody, you have to purge them from your Facebook. Hashtag Make America Great Again. Every time.
You trumped them. That's what you did.
You trumped them. 100%. I think my main concern with social media is mainly for our children. Both yours and mine, and just the children as like a general, The fact that I've seen 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds with Facebook is beyond me. Beyond me. If your fucking parents don't know how to do the security settings, how are you going to? And furthermore, if somebody tags you and they don't have the security settings, you're fucked. So my Facebook is locked down 100%, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But because my mother, who has 0 security settings, whatever, tags me and shit, all of that stuff shows up to people. It's crazy. So, like, the lack of technological education, the lack of social media education, I get really worried about the world, man.
Another issue that some people have that you've spoken about that is, and I've seen this several times, and this happened to us even, when our son was born, like, we send pictures to, like, certain people, you know, you keep it low-key, you don't want to, you just, I don't know what, you just don't want everybody to have pictures. It's a special
Well,
moment
you want certain people to have them, and then
you want
post
to
later.
experience that, like, you know, relish in it for a little while.
Yeah.
And I think at some point, maybe around Atlas's first birthday, somebody had posted pictures up or something, and it was like, we didn't tell them they could, and so now everybody's put this up, and it was.
But you didn't tell them they couldn't either.
Right,
and
but
so
it's
people
like
just assume. No,
well,
people are fucking stupid.
The thing is, they shouldn't be able to tag us. Like, if they want to put it up, like, we don't have the same friend circles, that's cool, but now they're putting pictures up of our son without it. Like, I would just, to me, it's like, hey, can I put this picture up because it's got you and your people in it? Is that okay?
If I'm
not in the picture, that's what
Doesn't it
I
creep
question.
you out? It's like
So
people put it on your kid. Doesn't that creep you out that people have this wherewithal to put your child on the internet?
Yes, and that's one thing. You know, Dakota's as early on and I were like, you know, we'll put pictures up of Atlas, but not all the time because and it's not because we don't want people to see it. We just don't want certain people to be like stalking it. You know, there's people out there who are gonna find that and like, it's just weird to me that, and I'm done the same boat as you with young kids who have it. Like, there's no reason why you should have necessarily even have it. Like, I can tell you when Atlas gets older, he's probably, unless he sneaks behind our back, and he probably will because that's what kids do, he's not going to have access to it at a young age. Because I agree with you 100%.
And Atlas 100% has me for an uncle, so, like, you'll fucking find out. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm going to, like, Dewayne's going to be, like, tracking his network traffic.
That's right.
Me, like, emails, like, hey, man,
yeah, dude, I'm not going to tell your dad, but you should probably, like, knock this shit off. Like don't make me tell your dad.
The secret code for you, from you to me is you send me an email telling me what the best antiviruses are.
Oh, you need this new firewall because it got around your current one. Yeah, dude, it's outlandish to me. And the other thing that, like, is crazy about social media and people not paying attention, I've seen people totally put pictures up of their babies naked or their toddlers naked, 100%. And I'm like, and then there's, like, the fact that we have to, like, cover up children's private parts in these photos because there's creepers out there who, like, get off on that. I mean, that's where social media becomes, like, a curse, man. Like, it doesn't matter what you do or I don't know.
Somebody's always going to misuse it, you know. Somebody's always going to misuse
100%.
The good things. Like, no matter how good something is, somebody will find a way to misuse and make it a negative thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, GPS, like, any type of technologies are going to be misused. So I try to look at the bright side of Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and everything like that, but it gets hard, man, when you see some of these crazy, like, stalker stories or... You know what's creepy is there's 84 million people dead on Facebook right now.
With profiles still on, dude. Yeah, that's a good stat. I did not know that, and that is... Well, some people keep it on there, and I know a person who does this, that they have one of their loved ones on there, but it's because they like to see... For a while, they like to see, like, people who were posting old pictures that they didn't have, like with their friends and stuff like that.
Take it unless you know their email and password. You can't go and delete that Facebook.
Oh,
like, there's like a fucking process to take it down, and I could be wrong about that process. I just know that, like, I watched a portion of a documentary recently that my buddy sent to me, and that's where I got the 84 million stat.
Yeah,
it's like there's people out there running these social media things that crawl across your social media profiles and will, like, pull your voicemails and your audio clips and everything like that, and then you can go and talk to them through these websites, and they'll use fucking shit to like talk back to you with your voice. Like, so when you're dead, they'll pull audio clips and shit like that and talk back to you,
insane.
or they'll post statuses that you're likely to post based on your old posts and stuff. Like, that's so fucking creepy. And one guy's like, we're just collecting data for when, you know, it's the end of the world, or when we have androids, and we'll make a map of your brain and put it in this android's body, like, based on your fucking social media, like, or your internet footprint. Like, get out of here.
It's going to be like a depressed 16-year-old for most robots. Or depressed 14-year-old who's like acne-ridden, no girlfriend.
Dear
boyfriend.
diary, mood apathetic. Oh my gosh.
Just ate 2 hot dogs, no buns, because I'm trying to lose weight.
Oh,
God.
dude, I can't even. Let me see if I can find that. Dear diary, mood out. Do you remember that from YMTD?
No.
You're the man now, dog. All right, hold on. We're gonna listen to that because it's the social media. It's fine. All right, hold on.
Dear diary, mood apathetic. My life is spiraling downward. I couldn't get enough money to go to the Blood Red Romance and Suffocate Me Dry concert. It sucks because they play some of my favorite songs like Stab My Heart Because I Love You and Rip Apart My Soul and of course Stabby Rip Stab Stab. And it doesn't help that I couldn't get my hair to that flippy thing either, like that guy from that band can do. Some days.
I'm an emo kid, non-conforming as can be. You'd be non-conforming too if you look just like me. I have pain.
Dude, do you remember YTMND? You didn't.
I'm gonna listen to that.
You didn't ever do that. After this, you have to go to YMNTD. You're the man now, dog. Is what that stands for.
I promise.
It basically was like Reddit back in the day. Like, it's got a bunch of like GIFs and audio clips and stuff like that, and that's what that's from. Man, it's solid, dude. I don't even. You're the man. Is it still around? Oh my god, it is. Oh my, how is it still a thing? Who is still running? You're the man now, dog.
You can revive it. It's
You're
probably the guy
now,
who
dog.
thought he was the man now, dog. I mean, it's him. Anyways,
Oh, wow,
I think
dude.
that is going to close up the subject for us. Do you have any final thoughts on social media, gift or curse?
Yeah. So if you're a parent, if you're an uncle, aunt, if you're a grandmother, grandfather, and you have people sub 12, sub 13, shit, I would even say sub 18, and these people have social media accounts, please remind them that the internet is forever. There's what is it called? History of the internet. What the internet? What is it? See, web page in the past. So, there's a site called archive.org, the Internet Archive Wayback Machine. So at any point you can put a URL and drop it in that. So 487 billion web pages saved over time. So let's just assume everything and anything you post on the internet gets saved for life, okay? So that time you were high or drunk and put a picture on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, it's gonna get saved. And think about that for when you have kids or for when you apply for jobs. I mean, shit, man, I've seen jobs where they'll ask you what your Facebook username and password is. By the way, don't ever give that to anybody.
Say, I don't have one.
Or just say, I decline to give that to you. That's not a place you want to work. But if you have those young people in your life, I stress that you get involved, that you educate. And if you don't know what to educate young people about Facebook or social medias, absolutely email us and I will respond. Being in IT, and being a father, I'm very security minded of my son. My son's like super excited to make YouTube videos, but I'm like, you're 6 going on 7, like anything you put on the internet people will judge you for later, right? So like that's a big deal, and so it's just very important to like stop and have a conversation with the young people in your life about social media, because it's forever. It's like a tattoo. It's forever. Once it's up there, it's up there. It doesn't come down.
Archive for life.
Right? So that's what I have to say to wrap up.
And I think those are great points. And you speak to a lot of that. Even when I was a youth minister, youth pastor, one of the tips I gave parents is like, you don't want to like invade your kid's privacy, but then again, you need to be like checking up, like what are they looking at, what is going on, who are they talking to, who are their friends. Like if you're not doing that, you're being a friend and not a parent. You need to be a parent before you're a friend and see what's going on.
If one of their friends seems shitty, they probably are shitty. Investigate that.
Yeah, because then it's just a downward spiral. I mean, middle school is kind of weird, but high school is when that stuff like really starts to take effect and their personalities really start to become more concrete, figure out who they are. So, yeah, great point, Dwayne. I agree with that 100%. And so if you want to be like me, go ahead and get rid of your Instagram. And I don't mean just, like, get rid of that. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Is that the closer?
Yeah.
All right, with that, if you don't have anything, then I love you, mean it.